Hi class, welcome back. Today is linear motion part 3. Today's linear motion is about vertical motion under gravity. Vertical motion under gravity is a specific case of one-dimensional motion with constant acceleration. Here, acceleration is always directed in vertically downward direction and its magnitude is g. This is class by Raj teaching for physics semester 1. A free fall. A free-falling object is an object that falls under the sole influence of gravity. Free fall is any motion of a body where gravity is the only force that acts upon it. Now, state of free fall is a situation where an object is acted upon only by the force of gravity. A free-falling object has two important motion characteristics. They do not encounter air resistance and they accelerate downward at a rate of 9.8 meter per second square. When a ball is thrown vertically upward, the motion of the ball can be represented by three graphs: the displacement time graph, the velocity time graph, and the acceleration time graph. And the ball that goes and thrown vertically upward will come back downward. So this graph explains the concept of the motion. Let's look on to the next lesson where I will explain to you detail about these three graphs. We are going to look at when a ball is thrown vertically upward. Okay, I have a ball here. Okay, the ball is thrown vertically upward. Okay, this is the word, yeah, vertically upward. Okay, so now we're going to look at the concept of linear motion, which is in the vertical motion, which is under the influence of gravity. So we take an example of a ball which is thrown vertically upward. Okay, when a ball is thrown vertically upward, class, maybe with a velocity u, we know that the ball will go upward, the ball will go, and then when it comes to certain point here where the final velocity is equals to 0, then the ball will move back in the downward direction. Okay, alright, so again, when a ball is thrown vertically upward with the initial velocity u, the ball will go up. And when does the ball comes down? The ball will come down when the final velocity is equals to 0. Then the ball will start to come down. So we're going to look at the concept here by looking at the concept and drawing the graph. We can draw three graphs. Okay, we can draw three graphs. Alright, we can draw first graph is S over t graph, which is displacement over time graph. Then we can draw v over t graph, and we also can draw a over t graph. Okay, alright, so now the ball is thrown vertically upward. Okay, so as it rises, the velocity decreases. From u becomes v equals to 0. Okay, so now we assume and we fixed. Okay, we have to fix this in our lesson here. Upward direction displacement is positive x. That means if the ball going upward direction, okay, then we consider it as positive s, positive displacement. So if I draw a line in the graph, the line will look like this. Okay, now why the line looks like that? Because it's a positive. So from 0, okay, from 0, and then the ball goes up, okay, and then comes to a certain point, and then after that, say from here to here is t1. It takes time t1, so here is t1, and then the ball comes down. Okay, so when the ball comes down, it will be like this, t2. Okay, so the ball comes down. Since ball is going up, we consider it as positive s. So when the ball comes down is negative s, because it's in the opposite direction. Okay, so here is 0, t1 and t2. Okay, so that's how we look at the positive displacement. So here, going upward direction, I'm going to just like, okay, now mind, this one is upward direction, this one is downward direction. Okay, so upward direction is positive displacement, downward direction is negative displacement. So that shows from this concept is, when the ball goes up and come back to the original position, total displacement is 0. Which I can say displacement of the whole entire journey s is 0, because the ball goes up and comes down. Okay, alright. Now, when the ball goes up, we know the concept says that the gradient of a displacement over time graph, the gradient here, it represents velocity. Okay, this gradient represents velocity, and if you look at this gradient, is a positive gradient, which means positive velocity. Okay, so the velocity is decreasing from u, okay, from a certain velocity is decreasing from u to v equals to 0. So if I draw a velocity time graph, I have to draw this like that. Okay, first it was a value was u, then it becomes 0. This is 0, yeah, so it becomes 0, so it becomes like that. Okay, now it's a positive velocity, so that's why I draw it in the positive side of the velocity time graph, which I've already taught you all before. Okay, so I draw it in the positive side of the velocity time graph. Okay, alright, so here will be 0, here will be t1. Okay, so it's from 0 to t1, so velocity is from 0 to t1. Then we talk about the acceleration. The acceleration is, we know that the gradient of the graph of velocity time graph will give you the acceleration. Where in this case, the acceleration, the gradient is negative. So acceleration is negative. So when I draw an AT graph, it's negative, and it is in the value of, it's constant, because this is for uniform acceleration, so it's constant. So I get a line like this in the negative area of the acceleration. This is positive acceleration, this is negative acceleration. So I draw the line like this from 0 to t1. Okay, because acceleration is constant. Alright, so A is negative. A is negative. Okay, now next one, we already talked about the ball going up. I summarize for you. When the ball going up, S will be, wait, let me take a different color pen here. When the ball is going up, S is positive, V is positive, A is negative, going upward direction. Okay, now when the ball is coming down, now let's look at the ball is coming down. Alright, now why we are doing this class? Because we are understanding to use the signs for all concept of vertical motion. Okay, so once you know the sign, then when you do any question regarding vertical motion, then this will become easy for you. Okay, let's look at this when the ball is coming downward. When the ball is coming downward, we know S is negative. Okay, and the gradient of the graph speaks about the velocity, correct? The gradient of the graph. So in this case, the velocity is negative because the slope is in this direction. So it's a negative gradient. So therefore, the velocity is negative. So when I draw in a velocity time graph, okay, when I draw in the velocity time graph, my graph will look like this. Oops, this one I extend some more. Okay, this one will be T2. Okay, T2. So T1 to T2 is downward. Okay, this one is upward. So it changed direction. Okay, so downward. So T1 to T2 is downward and my velocity is negative. So I put it in the negative zone of the graph of velocity time graph. Okay, alright. Then we look at the gradient. We know the velocity downward is negative. Okay, so I'm going to draw here. I'm going to just simplify from the concept, so that I can know what's the concept when you're throwing a ball upward and the ball comes back. Whatever you throw upward and come back, I already know the concept. Downward, S will be negative, V will be negative. Okay. So if you look at the gradient of the graph is negative. Okay. Always remember, just a flashback. If this is the graph, okay, if this is a VT graph or AT graph, if the gradient, if the line is like this, then the gradient is positive. If the line is in this direction, then the gradient is negative. So the direction is this side, so the gradient is negative. And who does the gradient represent? The gradient represent the acceleration. Okay, so when I convert it to a AT acceleration versus time graph, so I will still get an negative A from time T1 to T2. So this is upward. We talk about acceleration, upward. Okay, upward. We talk about acceleration downward. So they are negative. Upward and downward are, A is always negative and they are uniform. So A is negative. Okay, so that is the concept. Alright, here for this example, wait a minute, where is, okay, for this example, this portion here talks about upward and this portion here talks about downward. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say area under the graph. I'm telling you that this whole portion here from this line to this line is talking about upward. This line from this line is talking about downward. Same goes to this line to this line is talking about upward. This line to this line is talking about downward. Okay, so this line to this line is talking about upward. This line to this line is talking about downward. Okay, so from there I can get the concept. Upward is S positive, V positive, A negative. Downward is S negative, V negative, A negative. Okay, so I'm going to summarize today's class. Alright, I already explained to you, so I'm going to do it again to summarize it. So these are the graph. If you have your Oxford Fajar book, it's in page 36, figure 2.5. This figure is very important because you abstract the concept from the figure to understand how to use the positive and the negative sign in solving vertical motion concepts. That is concepts that is involving gravity, acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so this line here is upward direction. This one is upward direction. This one is upward direction. Okay, all right. Now this one is, let me get another pen. This one is downward direction. This one is downward direction. This one is downward direction. Okay, so when an object goes upward, the S is positive. Okay, the V is positive. The A is negative. When the object's moving downward, the S is negative, the V is negative, and the A is negative. So you have to memorize the concept. Okay, so how you memorize? Upward direction, S is positive, V is positive, A is negative. Downward direction, S is negative, V is negative, A is negative. Okay, alright, so what is the important things we have learned as we explain the concept here? We know that the final velocity when the ball goes upward, it goes until it reach V equals to 0. The velocity will decrease until V is equals to 0. That's when the ball will start to come down. And when the ball goes up and come down back to the original, come back to the spot, then we say total displacement is equals to 0. Okay. Alright, so this kind of concept we always use on the ball that is thrown vertically upward. That means if there's a ball which is thrown vertically upward, okay, go and then come back. Alright, so that is the concept you have to memorize in order to solve other questions. Now we know the concept. Let's try to apply the concept in questions. These are the examples. This example 2.2 from your Oxford book, Fajar, reference book in page 36. Now I'm going to draw this on my paper. Okay, now the question says a ball is projected vertically upward. So we have a ball, okay, projected vertically upward, okay, from the ground with the initial velocity u. Alright, the time taken for the ball to reach a height of h from here to here is t1. Okay, alright, the ball takes a further time t2, then from here takes a further time t2 to return to the ground. Okay, so it takes further time t2 to return to the ground. Find in terms of t1, t2 and g the initial velocity u. So before we go forward, we apply all the concept in this motion. The concept number 1 is here the final velocity here is 0. The ball will go upward. This one is upward direction. This one is downward direction. Okay, and the upward direction, the concept is S is positive, V is positive, A is negative. Downward direction, the concept is S is negative, V is negative, A is negative. Okay, so let's go on with the first question. It asks us to find the initial velocity u. So I'm going to do what? How I'm going to find it is I'm going to take this whole entire motion which starts from the ground. I'm going to take and I'm going to solve it until it reaches the ground. So I'm taking from the beginning until here. So what do I get? Information is total time taken. Okay, from the beginning until to the end here, total time taken will be t1 plus t2. From here to here t1, from here to here is t2. Total displacement S. It goes upward. Okay, say for example positive h. From here to here is positive h. Okay, from here to here is positive h, capital H. That means I'm just assuming from here to the greatest height is positive h. Okay, then it comes back downward, it's minus h. So total displacement is 0. Okay, initial velocity is u, positive u, because the u is in the upward direction, so it's a positive u. Okay, and then acceleration, upward direction, the acceleration will be negative g is equals to the acceleration due to gravity. So what is the first formula I should use? S equals to ut plus half a t squared, because I know my u, a, s and t, so I want to find is my is my u. So I can use this formula. So S is 0, u is positive u, time taken is t1 plus t2 plus half a is negative g, t2 is t1 plus t2 squared. Okay, then you solve this, you will get your answer u equals to half g t1 plus t2. After this is your maths. Okay, alright, so this is the answer. Alright, now the next one it asks us is to find the height h. Okay, the height h, the small h from here to here. So the motion is from here to here. Okay, so we are going to look that. So that is upward direction. Okay, so what we know, what we can gather, time taken is t1, initial velocity is positive u, and then s is positive h, because s is positive, so positive h, and then a is negative g. So what formula I can use? I can still use the same formula, s equals to ut plus half a t square. Okay, because I know my t, my u, my s, my a, so I can use this formula. So u is u, s is h, t is t1 plus half a negative g t1 square. Okay, then what shall I do? I substitute this inside here. So I get h equals to half g t1 plus t2 times t1, okay, plus half negative g t1 square. Okay, then I can solve this. When I solve this, I times this. Okay, I solve it, I will get my answer half g t2 t1. This is my answer h, and my value will be a positive value. Okay, alright. Okay, next is number 3. They ask us to find the maximum height h. So the maximum height h is from here to here, is positive h, is the maximum height h. So what shall I do? I can know from here to here, it is still in, I'm going to take the upward direction from here to here. Okay, so what do I know? I know a is equals to negative g, v, final velocity here, from here to here, the final velocity is equals to 0, u equals to positive u, and then s is equals to positive h. Alright, so that's much I know. Okay, so what formula I can use? I can use v square equals to u square plus 2as. v is 0, u square plus 2a is negative g, and s is positive h. So u square equals to 2gh, and then h is u square over 2g. Okay, then we substitute the u inside here, we get h equals to half g t1 plus t2 square divided by this whole thing square, yeah, divided by 2g. Okay, so here we will get half 1 over 4 g square t1 plus t2 square divided by 2g. So my answer should be 1 over 8g t1 plus t2 square. So this is my answer. Okay, Alright, so that is for example 2.2 in page 36. Alright. Okay, that's all, class.